In this video I will explain the way I stage the tomb scene in the last scene of Romeo and Juliet. I'm not aware of this method being used in any other production, and I believe it has a number of advantages over other methods. At the beginning of the scene the monument is lowered. I call it a lid monument. It covers the trapdoor through which Tybalt and Juliet can enter. Romeo has two tools, a mattock and a wrenching iron. He uses them to lift the lid, opening the jaws as he describes it, to reveal them. In tilting the lid back there is access for the characters coming on stage to the tomb. The underside of the lid is shiny so that there are special lighting effects that Romeo describes, perhaps particularly if he's walking around with a torch there. I believe such a large monument is feasible for Shakespeare's stage. Philip Henslowe's 1598 inventory of props includes a tomb, a hellmouth, a tomb of Guido, and a tomb of Dido. I'll now discuss the other methods that I considered. To have a discovery space upstage, the part of the stage furthest from the audience. Now the problems with this are that it's not the central focus. It will not really look like a tomb. For example, flowers can't be put on it the same way as the lid monument can have flowers put on it. And characters like the friar progress to the tomb. They come across blood and swords before they reach the tomb. And there isn't much space for that progress if you've got the tomb at the back. Another approach is for the tomb to be a trapdoor, which can be put anywhere on the stage. The idea is that Romeo opens it, goes down and brings up Juliet. Ian McKellen did this in a 1976 production. It gets Juliet to the right place, but here are parts of the text that suggest this is not what is envisaged. Father Lawrence saying, "What torch is yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls, as I discern, that burneth in the Capel's monument? And what skulls can he see if they are in a trapdoor, if the tomb's down in a trapdoor?" Another is Romeo saying, "A grave, oh no, a lantern, slaughtered youth, for here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence, full of light." What is he talking about if it's just an open trapdoor? There is also, of course, the difficulty of bringing up Juliet's body. Another approach I've thought about is to have a similar monument to the lid monument, but instead to have doors on the front of it. Here are my objections to this method. If Romeo is opening a door, why does he have two tools? He already has a lot of items, a torch, a sword, a cup, poison, water to mix with the poison. Particularly the mattock. Why would he have it if he's not using it? The two tools suggest a more complex lifting task. My second objection. The tomb needs to be low enough to be strewn with flowers, but it needs to be high enough for people to enter. And my third objection, if there are walls and a roof remaining, then a lot of the audience are not going to be able to see what is happening there. The lid monument overcomes these problems. These are particular texts that support it. From 5:3:13, "Thy canopy is dust and stones." The monument looks like a canopy. "Thou detestable Moor." Moor is another word for jaws. In 5:3:45, and in 5:3:47, "Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open." I appreciate that this is a large and expensive prop, and there are safety issues to be worked through. It needs to be light enough to be lifted by Romeo, or have a mechanism in the back like a rope so that assistance can be provided by others in lifting it. It needs to be heavy enough or secured in a way so that wind will not blow it over. This prop will be beyond the budget of many productions. If the production is being done without a trapdoor, then the tomb is either a discovery space upstage or Juliet will need to be carried in. But I think it is to bring her in as part of a monument, even if it's only a blanket over her. Then Romeo can open the tomb to reveal her. There are some books that I found particularly helpful in researching this. One was A Lifetime with Shakespeare by Paul Barry, Another is Shakespeare's Prop Room and Inventory, and also an article by Andrew Gurr, The Date and Expected Venue of Romeo and Juliet, which is in Shakespeare Survey 49, published by Cambridge University Press in 2002, edited by Stanley Wells. I'll conclude with a short summary. Lilburne's lid monument might be an appropriate name for what I'm describing. The lid lift that Romeo performs has the advantage of providing access to Juliet, and the lid light provides the special lighting effect on the underside of the monument as I've described. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.